teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Bringing it out, it's Joseph. Tackled at the 12. Bill Horses, he left that one in the end zone. Shotgun, here's the inside give. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Second down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Beck. And he dumps it off to the tight end. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for a safety. And he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Fletcher. And he'll pick up the first down. Stopped at the 27.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game. A chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
The Canes have 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He escapes the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Powering through. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way, to be able to come up with a Canes first down. And tell you, the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami have, got to be watching this game and being very proud.
The Canes are looking to keep this drive going. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
This is the 6th play on the drive. There's the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Big moment here in this playoff game. 3rd and short in the 7th play of the drive. They'll try to run for the first down. He's going to lose ground on the run. Now it's going to bring up 4th and short. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. He goes down right there, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Lets it go quickly. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in the zone here to start this game.
The Hurricanes are in the red zone. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Moves out of the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
The offense, this is play number 11 on the drive. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Looking to pass. It's Beck. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early, and now they got themselves a lead.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Looking for some space. It's Haynes. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the 2nd period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Throwing off play action. On the move now. He's got his man in the open field. Breaks into the clear. Past the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Makes a quick catch. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. First down, looking for more now. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Makes the grab. It's Fletcher. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The Hurricanes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. Running out of time in the pocket. Swarmed by the pass rush. He's sacked.
Boy, a great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like The Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and, of course, most recently, Myles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years ago. Always great defensive lineman, allows this defense to be athletic. And with players like this, it's just a defense you do not want to face.
Looking to scramble. With the catch, it's Fletcher. Ball carrier tackled there.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
And the Canes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. The quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
And it's good right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. Open tackle still going. We tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
So you're a defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense. Your eyes are in the backfield worried about that quarterback if he's going to run it or throw it. You got to worry about the receivers getting downfield and making big plays. And now, oh, by the way, you got a program that has great history at the running back spot. Guys like, think about it, Travis Etienne and C.J. Spiller, the backs they have here now on this roster. Boy, just so many different combinations and ways to attack you.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the tailback's got it again. Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. Caught by the receiver. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first. Well, this is why they want to get his hands on the football as often as possible. We always know about his ability to make plays downfield, but here they just get it to him quick on a wide receiver screen. He shakes a tackle and picks up nice yards.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. First down, looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. Oh, they trap him for a sack. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch made in space. Look out. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12. Well, the defense knows, Kirk, might take more than one tackler to bring this tight end down.
Well, anytime as a defense, you always want to rally to the football. But against this guy, you especially want to do that because you saw he breaks through that first arm tackle. I thought he might be able to pick up even more yards, but good job of getting extra hats to the ball.
Hudson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
Extra point makes the lead 4. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Well, they thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. To the air, it's Beck. Change of direction. Breaks a tackle into the clear. Here he goes. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. The sure hands. It's Fletcher. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The sack moves him into extreme field goal range here. Got to do something now on 2nd and long. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And here comes a deep shot. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
4th down and very long, but the offense still on the field. They're going to go. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The Canes will look to convert here on 4th down. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, it's a blown opportunity here for this defense. They get the offense all the way to 4th down and long. They got to get pressure. They got to get this offense off the field, make them pay for this aggressive decision to go for it, and instead, they give up a 1st down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Canes.
Hey, they roll the dice here and decide to be aggressive, and it pays off for a touchdown, and now they have the lead. They've worked themselves back to be in a great position. They got to feel great with how this first half has ended.
They'll try to add the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point makes it a 17-14 lead. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Canes will kick this away to get the second half going. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Passing game effective in the first half. Let's see if they keep it going or if the defense has made adjustments trying to protect the lead here. And they'll bring it down after just a short pickup.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Dropping back. It's Klubnik. Looking deep downfield to the left. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Just flings it out of bounds, and pass rush closing in. That play makes it 2nd and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Fletcher. What a move, breaking ankles and still going. Out of bounds, but not before a big gain. This offense is ripping the defense apart today.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover up the space.
They bring it down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. I mean, 1st down.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running great routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Good throw. It's an RPO caught on the left side. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Looking to the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. The Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. And this offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Makes the grab. It's Brown.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Scanning the field. It's Klubnik. Short connection to the tight end here. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. That's reeled in. It's Haynes. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Receiver in motion now. Looking to throw again. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a 1st down of a 17.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
The Tigers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. ball is handed off out of the shotgun. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Has a pass to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Now the try here for the extra point.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. That's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Got behind him after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Dropping back. It's back. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games he just dreamed about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback could put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
First down and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Brought down quickly, but it's a big gain through the air. Spot the ball at the 45. First and 10 now, clock running, final minute of the quarter. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he never had a chance tackling in the backfield.
I'll tell you what, man, this defensive speed is electric. Great job of running to the football. Nowhere to go at all after that throw.
Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. On the move now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Third down now after the incompletion. To throw, it's back. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. The Hurricanes bring their punt team onto the field.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get him behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Will hand it off. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the third quarter. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets while we have a chance. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The shotgun running play call. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback was caught in between. Should I hand it off? Should I pull it and make the throw? Ends up getting some positive yards, but I think they missed a chance for a bigger gain.
Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. First down now at the 40.
Chris, the defense has got to do a better job of wrapping up the tight end there. The coach is preaching to these guys, we need more than one tackler to the ball. They caught a break there. The tight end breaks the first tackle, and they had another man there to bring him down before it could have gotten ugly.
Run it. Back gets the carry. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so second and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Important yardage needed on third down here. A field goal try would be from 52. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Shotgun formation here on third down. Defense is coming after him. Bought some time, now lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Haynes. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Quick throw complete to the tight end.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And that's another first down.
It comes down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Trying the run, it's Randall. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Gonna run it. It's Haynes. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal. And now the defense is assigned to suspend a timeout to regroup a bit. With the game out of reach here, the offense will just take a knee, admit defeat, and think about how to improve for the next game. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Keep it on the ground, trying to power into the touchdown. Touchdown, Tigers. They jump on top here in the final minute.
Chris, what a great job. What a celebration by this offense. They worked so hard to get it close enough. They punch it in behind that offensive line, and now they've got the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
BT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Dropping back, it's Beck. Short throw complete to the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The quarterback finally gets the job done. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking for a late deep shot. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Grab near the sticks. It's Daniels. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for a late deep throw. What a catch! And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. The Hurricanes with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Deep shot toward the end zone. Incomplete in the final pass attempt. The defense rises up to secure the win. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason. The winner moves on. And so do we. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.